Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans. That's Betr. Gamble responsibly.
It's another huge weekend of games, and we've got Carlos Boozer and Jaymz Clements here to make the big calls for you. Carlos, I'm going to start with you. This is a massive clash between the Warriors and the 76ers. We've got Steph Curry taking on James Harden. Where are you leaning in this one?
I'm going with the Sixers. I think Joel Embiid does a good job of being a Batman or a Superman or whoever you want to call him for the Philadelphia 76ers. It seems like he can do it all. I think he's the difference maker in this game.
Warriors or the Sixers?
I'm going to go the Sixers, Dicko. They're awesome. They're absolutely basically you can throw Embiid at anybody at the moment and he's going to dominate. But the Warriors are just a little bit too small for me in this, and I'll let the Sixers to dominate. All
right, the Joker and AD in this one, the Nuggets versus the Lakers, James.
This is so tasty. Look, this game, Nuggets in LA, you've got Joker, you've got AD, two of the preeminent big men in the NBA. We talked about them last week. And AD, absolutely flying. MVP level stuff. Joker, back-to-back MVPs already in the bag. You love to see that. I actually think the Nuggets can probably take this one out. They're just a little bit more consistent. Jamal Murray's really coming along at the moment. They're just deeper. The Lakers have been good, but they've not been great. The Nuggets have that sort of top side, sort of upside that they can actually hit that the Lakers can't. So give me the Nuggets.
All right. Now, Carlos, are you sticking with James, the Nuggets, or are you heading to Lakers?
James, you forgot the Lakers got LeBron James. I think he's going to figure out a way to get this win for the Lakers tonight. I think it is going to be a battle of the big men, two great big men, but LeBron James is going to figure it out.
What about the Blazers and the Mavericks? Is it Dame time or is it Luka's scoring, Carlos, in this one?
Ooh, I think this is a really good game because the Trailblazers have been coming on very strong. Anthony Simons has been playing terrific along with Dame. But I think I'm going with Luka Magic. I think Luka has a 30-point triple-double in this one. It's just going to be a little too much for the Trailblazers to handle, even though I am a big Blazers fan.
You sticking with Carlos?
I love that. The 30-point triple-double call by Carlos. He's just stolen the words right out of my mouth. I think this is an absolute belter of a matchup, Dicko, because you've got Dame time on one time. Dame Lillard, he's back, he's healthy, he's firing. I reckon we can see a 40-piece come out of Dame and a 30-piece come out of our man Luka, because in terms of the defensive nous at the point of attack, I think for that Dallas team, Dame should be able to sneak a bit loose. Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant, they've got weapons. I'm still going to go the Mavs, though. I think the three-point shooting gets a bit hot against this Portland defense. And at home, Mavs get it done.
All right, now on Sunday, Pelicans and the Suns, James.
Well, a bit of argy-bargy in this one, Dicko. Love it. Zion dunks, in the last couple of seconds, and the Suns have a big old sook. What are they doing? You don't want him to dunk at the end of the game, then play some defense. It's not actual rocket surgery here. Just stop him from dunking it. That was a sick dunk, though. 360 windmill. That's what I want for Christmas, to be able to do that. The big rig of Zion. You love to see it. But this is so, contemptuous, basically, on both sides now. These teams hate each other, and it's great. They're playing basically 3 times within a week and a half. I love this. This time we're in Phoenix, I believe. Bring it on. I think the Pelicans can roll them again. I just think the size, the speed of this team just really stymies the Suns. And as Carlos has mentioned, the Phoenix Suns are in a bit of struggle town at the moment. But give me this matchup for days. I cannot wait. Get amongst it.
Highlight for me so far is you saying that you want to dunk. You need the biggest stepladder of all time. If you haven't seen him live, Carlos, he's knee-high to a grasshopper, this guy. All right, let's look. Pelicans or the Suns for you?
Yeah, I agree with James. I think this is one of those new age kind of rivalries that are brewing amongst us. Obviously, the Suns kicked the Pelicans out of the playoffs last year. Then Zion's back this year when he didn't play in the playoffs last year. Does that nasty 360 windmill that, I wish I could do that, but obviously I can't. But it was fun to watch. I think the Pelicans win this game. I just feel like they're rolling right now. They're number one in the Western Conference. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're playing great defense. They do have great size and they do have great speed. And Zion is really running the show over there, which is, he's so dynamic of a player, him being that size and being able to put up 30-point games every single night. The Pels win this game.
Your old team, the Jazz, taking on the Bucks. Are you sticking with your old team?
I'll go to Utah to go snowboard. The Bucks win this game, though. I think Giannis has too much. The Bucks had a They just have everything clicking, especially if they get Drew Holiday back. I really do love the Utah Jazz. It was so good to me there. And they had a great early start to the season, but now teams are catching up to them, and teams are starting to get wins and more wins and more wins. And I feel like Milwaukee will find a way to get this win.
Who are you leaning towards, James?
Yeah, you got to go Milwaukee at home. I agree with Carlos there. It's just, they're too good. And I think the Jazz, like, if this was in Utah, they probably have a chance, but this is in Milwaukee. I think Giannis and Middleton and co get this one done against the Jazz. They're just not quite deep enough on the wings to slow down a big unit like Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right, next one up. Now the Mavs, they're going to find it hard to get past the Cavs at home, but you tipping the upset?
Well, I mean, you've already mentioned how I can't jump over a phone book. I'm going to jump at this one. Give me the Cavs at home easily, I think. The Mavs, look, we've seen them on back-to-backs. They've pulled out amazing wins before, but then they've also rested players a couple of weeks ago when they got absolutely obliterated by the Bulls. The Cavs will be hungry for this one. Mavs, tough weekend. I think they get the first game against the Blazers, but then they drop that Cavs game. But Mavs-Cavs, I love just this setup. It's a weird mix. You've got the two big dudes. You've got Evan Mobley, you've got Jarrett Go-the-Throw-Allen, and then you've got Darius Garland, and you've got Donnie Mitchell against Luka and those big wings. It should be really good, but I think the Cavs will win it.
Carlos, Mavs or the Cavs?
James, you are speaking the truth right now. I got the same pick. I think the Cavs are going to be phenomenal at home. They got so much young talent. They're doing a great job of mixing in Kevin Love and some of the older guys, but that front line is incredible. You know, you think about what they have. And I'm not knocking the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks are really, really good. Just coming off of a back-to-back, like James mentioned, going against that size at home in Cleveland. The Cavs are playing terrific. That's going to be one of the teams to watch come playoff time. The Cleveland Cavaliers may knock off somebody big in the postseason.
Well, that's it for our Big Call segment. Carlos, you've been outstanding. We've loved having you on the show. We look forward to having you back on the show next year.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, before we sign off for the year, James, I said last week your middle name was Multi and you delivered. You are the mailman. What are we looking forward to and what do you got for us this week?
Just call me Karl Malone there, Dicko. I love it. I'll take Sacramento over Detroit this weekend, Boston over Orlando, and Brooklyn over Toronto. Multi that one up. Feeling good about it. Just the head-to-heads. I think those three teams win that one pretty easily.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.